Okay, when it comes to media buying, a lot of times it can be very, very complicated and very hard for people to understand. But let me break it down for you. Advertising on media outlets like TV, newspaper, magazines, blogs, websites, social media, billboards, that is media buying. Anytime that you see that billboard as you're driving, that is media buying, and people are purchasing that real estate for their messages, for their promotions. From what we've seen, the most profitable way to purchase eyeballs is really through things like social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google. Those have the best return on investment, generally speaking. Now, some cases, they may be a little bit better for certain businesses, for certain services in other places, but generally speaking, 9 times out of 10, social media and search are the primary targets for media buying. Now, here are some quick steps to media buying. Step 1 is pick a good offer. Right? You want to make sure that you're not just saying, hey guys, buy my thing, right? They don't know who you are. They have no relationship with you. They've never even experienced your brand. So instead of offering them the entire bag, or if you're a dentist, offering them $4,300 braces, let's start at the bottom. Let's offer them a $37 teeth cleaning, right? You're a lot more likely to actually go and experience that brand if you have a really, really good offer. I actually was looking for a chiropractor the other day. Actually was looking for a massage and ended up coming across this chiropractic business that had a offer that was just, I couldn't let it go. And essentially what it was it was a massage, but it also included 2 adjustments and an x-ray and some consultation, right? Everybody's doing the consultation. Now, most of the time, brands like this will offer a consultation for free, but they won't actually do anything else for you, right? So that would be a bad offer. Consultation or some sort of thing like that is, ultimately, it's great for you as a business because you don't have to offer anything except for a discussion, but from a consumer's perspective, everybody's doing it, right? So we want to make sure we have really, really good offers. Now, step 2 is picking an audience and channel. Ultimately, you want to make sure that you understand who it is that we're speaking to, you understand what their customer avatar looks like, and ultimately what channel it is that we're going to communicate with them on. Now, if we know who we're speaking to, we know that, okay, this type of person is likely to be on this channel, or this type of demographic is likely to be on this particular website. And that's kind of how we want to set the foundation for where we're going to be media buying. Now, step 3 is to develop great ads. Now, this is easier said than done, obviously, but you want to make sure you're taking some of the elements discussed in the rest of this video to make sure that you have a very, very strong ad. And not just one ad, you want to have as many great ads as possible, because what happens is ads will fatigue over time and you'll need to swap and use other types of content. So really make sure that you're taking the time to invest in that. You don't need a very elaborate or expensive production. A lot of times the more raw stuff works really well. When it comes to step 4, when we're planning, committing, and investing, there's one thing I want you to keep in mind. Is that when you're investing in your advertising, it's like investing in stocks. And ultimately, there are going to be opportunities for you to do better, and there's going to be opportunities where you are doing worse, right? You're competing with professionals, right? Just like when you're investing in stocks, there's a guy who just invests in stocks all day. And that's the same thing when it comes to advertising. There's a guy like myself who's advertising all day. So you want to make sure that you are really put in the best position possible, and that comes from working with people that can help you and help you put things in the right place. You see it all the time. People come in, their structure's off, their campaigns are not proper, and sometimes you're just not doing the right thing. So make sure you invest not only in your advertising, but also in education around how to advertise properly. Now, the last step is monitor, evaluate, and optimize KPIs, okay? When it comes to key performance indicators, we have to keep an eye on what's doing well, what's not doing well. We're looking at obviously things like return on ad spend, CPA, but we're also looking at things like CTRs, click-through rates, CPCs, cost per clicks, and even things like thumb stop rates, right? These are the types of things that are going to help us understand what is working, what's not, and ultimately be able to make decisions very quickly to move on to a very successful campaign. So let me give you an example of this. Now, say you have a dog grooming business, and just for simplicity, we're going to use very round numbers. We're going to keep this very simple, okay? For month one, say we had 10 customers and each customer paid approximately $100. Now, we didn't have any advertising last month, so there are no old customers. There's no recurring revenue yet. Now, for month one, we made $1,000. In month two, we've improved, our ads have gotten better, we're more efficient, and ultimately we're more effective with our advertising. So we were able to get 15 new customers in month two. Now you have to keep in mind the 10 old customers that we got in month one. So when you add those up, and again, everyone's paying approximately $100, that leaves us with about $2,500 in revenue, right? That's $1,000 of recurring, $1,500 of new revenue. Now say we go into month three and we've acquired 20 customers. Again, our ads are getting better and better, more efficient. The AI, the algorithms are getting more enhanced, and ultimately they're getting better and more effective. So say month three, we have 20 customers. You include the last 2 months of advertising, the 25 customers that we got in month one and month two, and they're still spending $100 on average. Now we've generated $4,500, okay? That's $4,500 of recurring revenue in month three. Now, obviously there's things like people are not gonna come back, or there's instances where people will also refer others, and there's other factors, right? And obviously we can't take every factor into consideration for this, but to keep things pretty simple, you can see how the investment grows over time. Now, if you are a business that stops after month one, you'll say, oh man, this advertising thing didn't work. Well, you didn't give a chance to get into some of the recurring revenue. So keep this in mind, make sure this is a part of your monitoring and your planning of those KPIs to ultimately make sure that you're getting the most revenue possible from your efforts.